Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I've been having more or less some issues with YouTube, not meaning with the actual platform, but with my own mind. Like, I don't know what I want to film. I don't know. I'll like film things and then I don't post them because I don't like them, and it's just, I feel like I need a direction. So I'm going to start taking what I do on my Instagram, meaning being more informational for you guys, giving you guys information that you can use and hopefully grow yourself into a more fit and healthy lifestyle type of person, and put that onto YouTube and go more in depth on certain topics. So that's what we're doing here today, okay people? I know it's been a minute since I've done one of these types of vlogs where it's like also informational type of thing, you know what I'm saying? So bear with me, okay? Just bear with me, but we're gonna make this a good one because we're talking about adjusting macronutrients. You guys ask me about it non-stop. You want to know if I have these certain macronutrients, let's say 130 protein, 200 carbs, 50 fat, and I plateau, what do I do? So I'm going to be taking you through how to adjust your macros, what you should do if you are plateaued, and all of that throughout the day, so I can like take you through my vloggy type of day, show you what I'm going to be doing around that with my own macros, and then yeah. So one thing you should know, this week that just passed was my spring break, and let me tell you, I was not on track at all. Let me say it one more time, at all. I literally was not on track. I worked out a decent amount, but I didn't go every day like I normally would. I did not track my macros. I did not eat particularly healthy or in a way that I would when I'm on a cut at all. Like, I had a lot of carbs throughout the week, but I feel great. I feel energized, I feel ready. And the biggest thing you need to realize if you have gone on some sort of binge is you don't fix the binge by going to 0 calories and a ton of cardio. That doesn't fix anything, because think about how temporary that mindset is too. You have to fix it by just getting back on track, getting yourself back to where you were. So for example, tomorrow I go back to school. You know, I'm gonna be back on my macros. I'm gonna be back to tracking. I'm gonna be back to working out the way I had been working out. I'm gonna do the same amount of cardio that I did before spring break, which was about 3 to 4 times a week. Everything will be fine. And then after a week or so of that, if I feel like I'm still plateaued, not really getting back on track, then I will adjust something, either add in a little bit more cardio, take down my calories a little bit, something like that. But the plan before spring break was that I wasn't really gonna go this off track. It's fine, it happens, it's life. I'm not gonna sit here and dwell on it and be like, wow, stupid me. It happens. Like, if you've done it too, I'm sure plenty of you have, forget it. So what does that mean when you drop your calories? I'll let you know a little later on. Oh, teaser. Okay, sorry, I had to do that because this has to be, you know, a day in the life type of deal. So that's what it's gonna be. Today, we are just hanging out. We're gonna go to see my grandpa. He is in a little nursing home. We're gonna go visit him with all of my extended family. We're gonna have some food. There's gonna be pizza, there's gonna be antipasta salad, there's gonna be cake, and I honestly probably maybe will eat some of it because I told myself tomorrow is the end of this little diet break that I was having, this little spring break, vacation, fun, love, happiness. Tomorrow I'm getting back on it, so might as well enjoy the last day, you know what I'm saying? We're all human. We all deserve pizza and cake from time to time. And let me just say too, the reason I'm so okay with doing these types of breaks is because I know, like, I have this lifestyle, this habit down pat now where I know that I want to get back onto tracking and being 100% because I love it. It makes me feel good. And when I have these weeks where I'm off track, it reminds me so much of why I love it, because I don't feel that great right now. That being said, if you're someone who's new, you just started working out like a month ago, don't take weeks off like this. I'm taking a week off, and I haven't taken a week off like this, and my week off still is not necessarily off. I have oats every single morning. I go to the gym. I've been going to the gym and stuff, but if you just started working out the past month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, I wouldn't necessarily take a week off, maybe a weekend, but I haven't taken a week off like this since maybe August, and I've been working out for 3 years. So just keep that in mind. It's not like I do this every week, every month. It's not like that, but it's a lifestyle. And that's what it's gonna be today, a lifestyle. So my dog's just staring at me. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if you can see him. He's back there somewhere. So stay tuned for this lovely Sunday. It's also, wow, hello. It's really, really warm out, I think. I haven't been outside, have you? I think she's been outside and I haven't been, and that's really embarrassing because she's a dog and I'm a person, so I should have been outside already. Okay, bye, talk to you later. So one thing you want to keep in mind when you're adjusting your macros or you're getting back on track, whatever it is you don't want to negatively affect your body. I think so many people, they eat so poorly that they get onto this sort of mindset where they're like, I can't eat anything now. And that is so wrong to think. First of all, when you're eating more food than you had been eating, you're lighting up your metabolism, meaning your metabolism is getting faster and you're burning more throughout the day than you were before. So some people will eat more and actually lean out a little bit because that's what happens. So if you eat a ton more, your metabolism is sped up, and now out of nowhere you just decide, okay, I'm gonna starve myself. Your metabolism freaks out because it's like, we were getting all this food, now we're not. I'm gonna slow down a ton again, barely burn any fat, etc. So you don't wanna just go from like binge eating to absolutely nothing, because it will be a long-term negative effect on you and your body and your fat loss goals. Instead, like myself, I was gonna drop my calories again after spring break if I had stayed on track during spring break. Since I hadn't, I went above my calories. I'm just gonna go back to the way I was eating before spring break. If I decided instead to go straight to the dropped calories, which would be another 100 calories from what I had been eating, I would be dropping so many calories from this week to next week that it would just be so negative for my body. My body would freak out, not really know what's happening. It would probably retain a lot of water, retain a lot of fat, and not really help me out. So instead, I'm going to go back to the way I was eating before spring break, before the binge eating, before all of that, and then the week after that, I will drop them again so that I'm at the point where I want to be, etc. I hope that made sense. I just talked really fast. Later on, I'll tell you exactly like what I mean by dropping calories when I'm talking about macros. So obviously we're counting macros, so why am I talking about dropping calories? I'll explain that. No need to fret, y'all. Y'all, I don't say y'all, but I'll let you know. Guys, it's literally so nice out, although I can't really see anything. Look, she thinks we're playing. She thinks we're playing. We're not playing. I just want to tell you guys how I go about, like, when I am decreasing my calories, as I said before, how I separate those between my macros. So typically the way I like to do it is have at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight that I eat. So right now I'm like 134, so I eat around 134 grams of protein. When I'm dropping weight, like let's say I drop another like 5 pounds, then I can drop like 5 grams of protein. But for the most part, protein stays pretty high for me. I don't really focus on dropping my protein. What I will drop, typically start dropping first, is fat. I like to keep my carbs as high as I can, but it will get to a certain point where I then have to start dropping carbs instead of fat. So that's basically where I'm at right now. I want to drop 100 calories. I'm doing all of them in carbs. My fats are already pretty low, and if I went any lower, it'd be really hard for me to kind of stay full and just feel energized like all the time. So I'm not going to drop my fat. I'm just going to drop completely carbs, do literally 20 grams of carb decrease. So that'll bring me around 180 grams of carbs. Isn't bad at all, especially for someone who's on a cut. So that's what my goal is going to be this week. Then I'm just going to tell you how I go about my meal prep. So every morning I have my oatmeal. You guys know this. I always put it on my story. I have my oatmeal, and then the 2 meals that I make are my lunch and my dinner, and then I just have snacks around the house that I can fit into my macros. I don't really go too crazy about planning every single macro that I'm going to eat throughout the day because I just don't like that. I don't stay on track that way. So this week I'm going to make some sort of like shrimp stir fry that I'll show you guys. Again, for those meals, I don't really bother too much about how high carb or how high protein or how high fat those are, but usually it's around like 8 to 10 fat, 20 to 50 big range, I know, carbs, and then around like 20 to 30 grams of protein. So that'll be the plan this week. It's so nice out. I'm so happy. Life is so good right now. Yeah, so let's go.
I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare, 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me.
So I just wanted to talk really quickly about that meal I just made. I literally just thought of that when I was in the supermarket, like out of nowhere. I saw the stir fry stuff. I was like, ooh, I can make shrimp stir fry while I just started. And then I found that miso ginger stuff at Trader Joe's. Pretty good macros, not too high on sodium, anything like that. So I was like, cool, I'll throw that together. And that was it. Like, that's how I came up with that. And then my second meal that I don't know if I'm gonna show you guys, but if I do, it's just another thing, a frozen quinoa thing with grilled chicken, and that's it. I mean, sometimes I literally make it that easy and that quick to make my meals because I just don't feel like putting thought into it. Some weeks it's different. I put a lot of thought into it. I plan out a full-on recipe that takes like an hour to cook. Not this week. So just to prove that you can literally meal prep with like literally no time. Like that shrimp meal prep that I just made literally wow, I can't speak. That shrimp meal prep literally took 15 minutes. I'm not even kidding you. And I just have to measure it out every time I want some now, which is super easy and super quick, and I'm so happy about that. But yeah, that's basically it. I haven't really been getting like too much back on track today because tomorrow is my big old back to it day, so I'm just getting everything prepared and ready for tomorrow. Hello friendly friends. So it's now a week after those portions that you were just watching, and I've officially dropped down my calories. Today's the first day I'm doing it. I'm at 1650 now. I was at 1750, and it's all just going to be carbs. So I took down my carbs by 20 grams. Everything else is staying basically the same, and that's it. That's what I'm going to be eating this week. So that'll hopefully get me out of this little plateau that I've been in. I did hit a new low this week, but it's not really that low, and I think it was more just like water retention. I don't feel really different at all, so I definitely wanted to bring my calories down. So that's what I'm doing starting today. I'll let you guys know how I feel at the end of the week, probably in a different video, like in a vlog or something. I'm excited to see the changes that I make. I would do a little like physique update, but I'm in an oversized sweatshirt. So I will be taking progress pictures though. I'm gonna be starting to do that Monday mornings. So Monday morning I will be taking a picture, and then next night I'll take a picture, and I'll start showing you guys the progress pictures, especially from the first one, because I think that'll show like the biggest difference in the cut overall. But that's about it. I'm so happy you guys watched this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a fantastic